I'm going to begin with the Atlantic Division. The Atlantic Division is fantastic and it's top heavy with Tampa, Toronto, Florida, and Boston. But give me Tampa to take care of business in the Atlantic Division. I have Florida finishing in second. I have Toronto finishing in third. And the Bruins will be wild card number one in the Eastern Conference. Let's go to the Metropolitan Division. This one was a tough one between the Carolina Hurricanes and the New York Islanders, but I think the Islanders are a team that's built for the postseason. So naturally, I think Carolina is more built for the regular season. People forget the Hurricanes had one of the best records in the NHL last year. They were 36-12-8 during the regular season. And I think they bring back a lot of pieces that made them successful, made them dangerous. So I'll take the Carolina Hurricanes to win the division. The Islanders were in second. The toughest draw for everybody was who was going to make the playoffs from that division. And I'm going to go with the Philadelphia Flyers as the third place team. And then the Rangers with the second wild card in the Eastern Conference. I think the Flyers have had a fantastic offseason. I love the additions of Ryan Ellis and Cam Atkinson. I think that the Flyers, after everything last year, I think that they just need Carter Hart to be a little bit better, and I think the Flyers should be in a very good shape. And then the Rangers. I did not agree with a lot of the stuff the Rangers did during the offseason. But I digress. They were one of the better teams in the second half of the regular season last year. I think the Rangers, with Artemi Panarin, excellent job extending Mika Zibanejad for 8 years. That was announced yesterday. I think the Rangers are going to snap their postseason drought and they get into the playoffs. In terms of the Western Conference, let's start with the Central Division now. I have the Colorado Avalanche winning the division, and I have the Winnipeg Jets making the playoffs. I have the Nashville Predators. I didn't agree with a lot of stuff they did, but I still think that they are a winning culture. So I'm going to pick Nashville to make the playoffs, and then the Minnesota Wild will get in as the first wild card in the Western Conference. And then the last division is the Pacific Division. I love Vegas to win the division. They kept a lot of their team together. I think Edmonton with McDavid and Draisaitl, they're excellent too. I think it's going to be Vegas 1, Edmonton 2. I have the Seattle Kraken. The Kraken have a lot of good players. They have a lot of leadership players. I love how they tagged former Islander Jordan Eberle as an assistant captain, and Philip Grubauer. He's fantastic. Fantastic pick behind right in front of the net. I think this is the recipe for the Seattle Kraken to make the playoffs. And I'm gonna pick the Calgary Flames as the fourth place team, and they'll be the second wild card in the West. I still think Calgary has a lot of good things going for them. I like their coach. I like some of their skill players, and particularly their forwards. I think Calgary gets in and is the beneficiary of a weak Pacific Division. Now, I'm only going to pick the Hart Trophy recipient among all the awards. So I'm going to pick Connor McDavid of the Edmonton Oilers to be the Hart Trophy winner and be the MVP here. And then in terms of the conference finals, I'll just go right to the conference finals. I'll take the Carolina Hurricanes over the Tampa Bay Lightning in the Eastern Conference Finals. I'll take the Colorado Avalanche over the Vegas Golden Knights in the Western Conference Finals. And then give me the Avalanche over the Panthers in the Stanley Cup Finals.